good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone and everything. We are the Dawn of Ascension show, and we're here to share our views, our tools, and our journey through these wild and wonky and crazy vibrations we're living in these days. And we all know they're really wild and wonky, and we certainly need some guiding through them. So today, our topic is going to be let's get along. Let's get along, how we can all get along. And the way that we can open ourselves up to all get along is through love and truth. Those are the pathways that help connect us with unity, cooperation, and balancing our journey through the times that we have now. Aubrey, I know you have much more to say about the subject than I do. Let's hear it.
True. I'm excited for this subject today because it feels like as a collective, we have been moving through a lot of lessons about love leading up to this. We've all been learning how to love ourselves, learning how to act out of love instead of out of fear. And we're kind of coming to this beautiful point in Ascension where it's time to really recognize that love is the answer. So today I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about how loving another being, loving, a cat, a plant, or a person it can be a reflection of our love for ourselves. And you don't need to feel like you love yourself entirely to start this process of seeing the reflection of divine love in another being. And so as we kind of start practicing this this practice of love is really what it is. What starts to happen is you see a reflection of yourself in another person. You can see just their divine spark, and loving that and acting through love there will start passing it into you, which helps you love yourself more. And it becomes an infinite loop of energy. It's unlimited energy. And it really is the language of the universe. Love is the language of the universe. And the more that you practice it, the more that you can start tapping into your divine potential and find clarity in your path and enjoy all of this a lot more.
Oh, thank you for that. And just listening to you talk about love, my goodness, all of a sudden I'm getting all warmed up because just talking about love, I've trained myself to, it opens me up to it, and then you feel this warm, loving energy come in, and it's really nice. um, Gratitude is also a way to help you if you're having um, if you're having a little bit of problem in tapping right into that love, then just find gratitude. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for what happened. I'm grateful that I'm here. I'm grateful for my coffee. Just find gratitude. And gratitude is that little tiny spark and portal that's gonna help you go in and grow into the love vibration. Gina, do you have anything to add to that?
Well, I've just been getting about the same thing with gratitude. It's like being grateful for even the negative things that have happened to you in the past, for the lessons that they've taught you to bring you into the now. You know, and loving yourself despite those past lessons, because you're a better person for them, or you're learning to be a better person through them, and really tapping into the gratitude of your morning coffee or the couch you're sitting on. um, being grateful for what is around you can start your heart opening more and more to being grateful to yourself. You know?
Right. And I also find out that it brings us, once you really tap into the gratitude, then it also brings you into a balance of truth as well. Because once you go, I'm grateful for this and I'm grateful for that, then it opens you up to the truth of the lesson a little bit easier, because then you're more open to look to the truth of that gratitude. So, because, I'm grateful for my glass of water, but I'm also grateful for the lesson of learning how to clear and keep my water clean and clear and in a high vibration, so it enhances my body.
Well,
Mm.
I think gratitude really highlights the importance of internal versus external. I mean, when we are acting out of gratitude, we're focused on how we feel in our hearts. And when we're acting out of fear or out of pointing fingers, we're placing all of our power away from us. So we're pointing away. And so even if you're just grateful for your ability to clear water, which I think is a wonderful thing to be grateful for, you're focused on how you're feeling about it. You're focused on internally, even though your eyes are this way, they're also this way. And right now, we're all getting to practice being whole. Where as we're moving with the earth right now, she is bringing codes in that are about staying, like, becoming whole and staying whole. We're not fracturing ourselves anymore. We're not going to be chasing trauma right now. We're focusing on what it feels like to feel good in your body and feel whole and feel love. And so practicing gratitude is absolutely the first step.
Thank you. Thank you for getting it right back to that main point. Susie, I know you have a fairy card and it always goes with what's going on. What are you talking about today?
Thanks so much, Arlene. Our fairy message today is truth, raven spirit. And ravens are bringers of truth, and they remind you to make choices in life that honor that. So I want to honor my truth today and just share a little something with you. Is everybody sitting down? All right, I had 2 shots. Okay. This was back in the summer of 2021. And I woke up in October of 2021. And that waking up day, I still remember it. It was so beautiful. It was a great day for me. I was watching a video, and afterwards, I just felt this amazing fog just lifting. And ever since then, I've been on this incredible, fast-paced journey to find my truth. But in the meantime, over these last 3 years, I've been trying to get rid of the effects, and I thought I had everything under control with all the detoxes and everything. But I've recently discovered that there's just so many layers to that. And it's really quite complicated. But thankfully, I had a session last week with these lovely 3 ladies, Aubrey, Gina, and Arlene. And I think we finally got to the bottom of it. Aubrey was able to help me clear some of this stuff out, and I was really able to release this out, all this gunky and mucky stuff. So now I'm just, it's time to find your truth, and however that looks like. Speak your truth, be fearless in your journey ahead, follow your inner guidance. Let go of what's not authentic and be sincere in your life. And finding your truth is also about being like a shining example for others. So if you can just sit with that in your heart, and you're loving yourself by doing that, and that's what it's all about. Aubrey, can you explain about I've had all these crazy detoxes, right? Metal cleanses, parasite cleanses. I've done fasting, chlorine dioxide, but it was still in my system, and I don't understand how are you able to help me clear that out so everyone has a really good picture of how they can help themselves?
Yeah, well, so that's kind of a multifaceted question.
Sorry.
Um, uh, so those jabs, they they brought some physical things into bodies, and also a bunch of layers of different energetic things, and really what it was were components that they could use for other technology on. So the reason that like you were one of like maybe 4 people I saw that week that had it reactivated in their system, and it's really just because there was like a dormant component, that there was something external that was activating it. So so what you can do is, especially if you're trying to clear yourself, is to tap into your heart energy, and because like what was happening was like, it was like transmissions were coming in that were hitting on some of the components that hadn't been cleared because they hadn't been active, and so they were causing just sort of like this buzzing kind of fog. And if you've been feeling a buzzing kind of fog, you can clear that by finding clarity in your heart, and kind of and finding alignment in your system, and and letting that frequency go. I think it's really common in humanity to it's been very common over the history of humanity to kind of give up our power, and without realizing it. And it has been a huge lesson for humanity to learn how to reclaim your power. But you have the power to not let that affect you. And it really is a matter of asking for clarity from your higher self, and asking for alignment, and asking for truth to come in, because you do actually have the power to just let that go. But if you aren't looking for clarity, then the things that are going to block clarity are going to come in.
Wow, what a great explanation.
Yes, really, really, really.
Wonderful, useful information to pass on.
Right, right. I could see family and friends that had issues, and you can see how that's just yeah. Wow. Wow. Hmm. I'm just kind of blown away. But you know what? A part of me always knew that we had power over that job. Always knew it. You know, it's just you make up your mind what you want, and it will be taken care of. Yeah.
We are very powerful manifestors.
We are, and we are already manifesting all of this, all of it.
Yeah. We manifested it. We can unmanifest it.
Correct. Yepers.
Or leave it behind and go, I'm not packing you with me.
That's right.
Because
I mean, on that note, we've said this before on this channel, but if you are looking to manifest something new in your life, you really do need to replace your focus. If you've been kind of inundated by fears or doubts or troubles, if you are looking for something else, you need to actually change your focus. You have to replace it with what you do want. So remember, if you're feeling that cloud, replace it with clarity. You have the power.
And intention is 99% of the outcome.
oh, oh yes. Oh yes. If you've ever sat in your own intention, you know how powerful that is. And if you haven't, I invite you to learn how to do it, because you'll find your truth and power in doing that, just sitting within your own intention all the way to your heart. So, I think we have some incoming message now. Beep, 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 incoming, incoming. Okay, Aubrey, who do we have today?
Today's message is from the elementals. They want everybody to know that they They have gifts for them. There are a ton of codes right now on the planet that are going to wake you up to your gifts, that are going to bring the clarity that we just talked about, and the love, and all of it. And the elementals are in possession of these codes, and they would love to give them to you. So the elementals want you to know that you can meditate with them. They would love it if you danced with them. You can say hi, they'll say hi back. But there's a lot that you have the ability to access right now, and they would love for you to do so.
Oh, cool. So how do we know we always get all the codes we need? I mean, do they just, I mean, do we just decide we want them and then they come? Or, I mean,
Yeah, at any given moment, you have exactly what you need at all times, and it's really about trusting that. And so if you open your heart, the elementals just are an extra support team right now. They have a lot of they have the support. They would love to support you, but they're not the only ones. We all have the codes if we access them and choose into it.
oh,
I think
okay.
Arlene didn't ask the question because she sees them all the time, but can you explain how people can connect with elementals?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I'm talking about elementals, the easiest way to think about them is the traditional earth, fire, water, air. But elementals are spirits. They're the spirits that inhabit those elements. But they're also just some of the most basic, some of the oldest, most basic. I don't want to use the word basic here because that's not really what they are, but some of the oldest consciousnesses, and a lot of people here on Earth that are incarnated right now have been elementals. Everyone in this video, we have all incarnated as elementals before. But if you want to be in contact with elementals, what you do is you meditate and let your body relax into you can visualize a fire, you can feel the wind on your face, you can meditate into water, you can root down into the earth. But allowing your body to just sort of feel the frequency of those beings is going to help expand your awareness and bring knowledge from those beings. But remember,
Great.
it's you're actively being present with it. You're not taking an action out there. You're actively
Right. Bring it in, not work on it out.
being.
So imagine like a campfire and feel that warmth in your as you running through your body, and see what thoughts come into your imagination or into your knowing. Kind of a way of doing that.
Exactly.
Cool. Cool.
Right.
Well, I would like to thank everyone that has joined us. Thank you for viewing our Dawn of Ascension show and listening to our views, our tools, and our journey. And if you have anything that you would like to say or a comment that you would like to express, please put that in the bottom and we'll be glad to answer it. Or if you have a topic that you'd like for us to follow up on, please put that down there too, and we'll be glad to follow up on that. But at this time, we would like to thank everyone for joining us on the Dawn of Ascension show. Bye.
Bye.